How's it going? It's late. I guess it is Friday night. Hey, Uma. Happy Friday. What's everyone up to? It is Shake Shack. I'm eating some fries. Just got home from the movies. Oh, you saw everything everywhere all at once. How was it? Yeah, I got Shake Shack because it's on the way to the studio. And then they were a little behind, so I was sitting in there waiting, and I realized I have a stomach ache. I don't really want to eat Shake Shack anymore. It was a lot. Yeah. That's accurate. So I got a float, a root beer float, and a chicken sandwich, but I'm gonna save that. I'm just gonna eat the fries for now. They had some new like ice cream milkshakes, but I thought my stomach would really not like that, so I didn't get one. Marie, would you see it again? I feel like I need to watch it again. Like, I'll pick up on more. You could go for fries. I could always go for fries. What kind of fries? Mm-hmm. I could also always go for a milkshake. Curly fries are good. They're hard to find though. It didn't make you cry? You must have a very healthy relationship with your mother then. Your mom seems cool. No? Mm-hmm. It's complicated. Hey, Gravy. Hi, Frog. Pot friend. Oh, I have a new emote. It's my catchphrase. Pots up. It's mainly from my Discord, but can bring it into Twitch. The story should have made you very emotional, but it didn't. Hey, Mistake Boy. It's time for a pot. Yeah, it's a great emote. My friend Kay made it. I had the idea for like kind of bubbly letters, and I wanted tie-dye in blue, and she gave me a bunch of options because she's amazing. And that was the one we both liked the most, so. Yeah, today I'm going to be carving a little bit. I'm making, hey, guys! Yay, it's me! Looks very cool and good. Keith, I need to listen to your new song. This week has been insane, so I have not had a chance to, but I'm very excited. It is Shake Shack. I go to Shake Shack too often. Yeah, so I'm participating in this weird, so jealous, go get Shake Shack. Yeah, I literally just barely survived. Hey, James! Pots up! So I'm participating in a thing called a barn crawl, which when I was invited, I was like, I'm sorry. Excuse my naivete. Yeah. Excuse me, like, I don't know what that is. What's a barn crawl? But it's basically a bunch of farms in New Jersey are allowing just anyone, like friends or families, anyone, to come to their barns or their farms, I guess, not just the barns. You just pay $5 and then you can like pet sheep, or I don't know what the other farms are doing. I just know the farm I'm going to has sheep, so you can feed them and pet them. But there's like 11 farms all over that you can go and visit. And anyways, long story short, my friend's dad invited me to sell some pots there. And he was like, if you could make some yarn bowls or sheep related items, because the people who are going to be there most likely will be very into sheep. And they also will probably be knitters, because the actual goal of the yeah, it does sound fun. The goal of the barn crawl is to connect people who have wool and things like that, with people who use it, who can like turn it into yarn, and who can knit it or crochet or whatever, weave it into a product. So they're trying to connect people like that. So that's why I'm going to make some yarn bowls. I've never made yarn bowls before. The only difference between them and a regular bowl is that they have like a swirl, so that your yarn can get caught in there. So that's what I'm going to do today. I threw the bowls on Monday. Was it Monday? No, it was Tuesday. I threw them on Tuesday. That's a sheep. It's a sheep. So they have been drying so slow. I like double covered them because I did not want them to dry out. Since last week I threw some bowls, and like within 2 days, because I didn't properly cover them, they were too dry to carve. So now they're just normal bowls. I have them over here, they're all dry. So these are bone dry, so they're like super brittle, but they're like really nice bowls, so I hope people like them. Here's another one. I think I'm gonna use some underglaze on those, but I haven't figured that out yet. But anyways, how is everyone? I know it's been forever. I still come to the studio all the time. It's just very difficult to stream here now. You could. I am making gigantic yarn bowls. I think I just overestimated how big a yarn bowl should be. But hopefully people like them. If these turn out well, maybe I'll make some smaller ones. The only problem is I have less than a month to make them, which is not a lot of time for pottery when you can't like work on it every single day. Yeah, I mean, yarn bowls are big when you get them. Like if you buy it at the store, they're large. So we'll see. I have them drying over here. I'll show you one. Okay. They're still on the bat because they're still a bit wet. Not like wet enough to really damage. but I wanted them more on the wet side so that I could easily carve into them, because it's like pretty intricate pattern. So if it's dry at all, there's like way more of a chance it'll break. And I made a stencil. Let me show you guys. This is the stencil. Yeah, I did not have this idea. The studio owner told me I should do this, and I was like, wow, that's a good idea, because I was just gonna freehand them. But it'll go on the bowl. Struggling. Okay. Yeah, I'll just like trace it. Ooh, this way, like this. You see, and then I'll carve it out like that. Hopefully it's a good size. What I did is I went on Google and just found some pictures of yarn bowls. And hey Havoc, how's it going? And I just printed out a picture of the swirl and then cut it out. So this is a real life yarn bowl swirl. Which I copied, but they all kind of look the same, so, you know, I don't think I'm copying too much. I also have something I want to show you guys. I made this. Does anyone want to guess what it is? It is an authentic swirl. What do you think this is? It's very much stuck to the bat still. Does yarn go in the crevice? That's a good good thought, but no. Or maybe spaghetti. Yeah, no. Spaghetti stretcher. Very creative. Is it a bullet? I do think it looks like a bullet, but it's not. Any more guesses? Marie, are you still here? Do you have any guesses? Marie just saw everything everywhere all at once. Has anyone else seen that? Yeah, Gravy. A Mario bomb thing. Marie, what do you think this is? It's not what was featured in the movie. But I think it looks like what is in the movie. Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers. There's just an object in the film that looks like this, I think. Okay, good, Marie. Yeah, I might get banned. It's actually just going to... Oh, Gravy. Gravy has a guess. It's little. It's little for what it is. Okay, if there's no more guesses, I'll give you a hint. And this is the hint. Any thoughts? What the heck? No idea. It got harder, not easier. It mashes things. That's a good guess. No, okay. It's just. Is it just one single piece? It currently is. It currently is one single piece. But when I'm done, it will not be. Does that help? Yeah, it's a jar for spaghetti. Uh-huh. Yeah, so what I do is I throw, this is a closed form, which just means that there's air trapped in there. Like I completely closed up the top spaghetti jar. So yeah, it's completely closed and hollow in the middle. There's just air. And I with a tool, I made an indent there. And what I'm gonna do is use an X-Acto knife to cut this open. And then it will be a jar like this. So this originally, when I threw it, looked like this. It looked the same. But now, because I had that little indent, the indent goes right inside the jar. Like it collapses on itself and it fits perfectly, like just perfect if you trim it correctly. It's taken me a couple to get better at it. Yeah, it's perfect for rings and things. I did not have very much clay left, so this was just all the clay I had, and I asked Mariah, my pottery friend, if I should throw a tall jar or a very squat jar, and she said tall. And this is gonna shrink too, so it's gonna be a little baby jar. But I thought I'd give it a nice tall top. Perfect for your darkest, deepest secrets. Yes. I prefer to hide secrets in all of my jars. You could also do spaghetti, secret spaghetti. Yeah. I also made another one already. This one I don't like as much. I did the lid at a different point. It's higher up, and I just don't like how it looks as much. Like it still functions the same way. But I don't know. Once I glaze it and everything, it'll look different and cool. Yeah, I bet you could even fit a meatball in here, in this one. Thanks, Marie. And I have one other thing to show before I actually start doing stuff. So, my friend, as well as many of your friend, Jordan, she has bought several bowls from me, and she asked if I could make some matching plates. So I've been doing that. And this is one of the plates. That's clay dust. However, I think maybe I made it too thin, or I don't know what happened in the kiln. Things just happen. But it seems, sorry, it's frying in my throat. It seems like the inside might have come out when it was flat, like it raised, causing the outside to get closer to the shelf, and it stuck to the shelf. You can see here. It wasn't the worst sticking I've ever seen. Like, I was able to pull it off of the kiln shelf, but I'm gonna sand it down. I don't know if I should refire it. Yeah, it is a plate tragedy. I don't know if I want to refire it because like the same thing might happen. Yeah, it's a really lovely blue color. I love this color. So does Jordan. Jordan loves all, she always buys the things that I make that are blue. And I make a lot of blue stuff. So I'm not sure. I might just ask her if she wants it discounted and just like sand it down so it's usable. I might just make a new plate for her because I'm getting pretty good at making plates now and bowls, or like I can do it quickly. But it even looks like the glaze has cracked because I had to like pull it off. There's some lines I can see there. So it's probably not food safe either. So that's really disappointing because this plate is gorgeous. Yeah. Pottery sucks. Nothing ever goes the way you want it to go. I lose too many pieces. Thanks, Keith. Thanks for stopping by. It's nice to see you. Everyone should go check out Mistake Boy. He has a new single out. So, I haven't listened to it yet, but I mean, everything he does is great, so go check it out. The sheep thing isn't for a couple weeks, so I'll advertise that on my socials when it comes closer to that. This is a very long fry. Is anyone else having dinner? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to switch up my setup. Maybe not. Pasta. Now it's 2 a.m. and you're hungry again. Yeah, that's the problem with staying up late. I try not to eat if I stay up super late like that, but it's so tempting. Havoc, what are you gonna have? So one thing I need to get is my trimming tools and my pillow. I'm sitting on like a really short stool. The table is like, oh, I have to move my camera, but yeah, cereal. Okay, I used to eat a lot of cereal for dinner. I'm so sorry, Marie. Okay, I'll put it away. I don't eat much cereal these days. I interned at a cereal company and ate like enough cereal for a lifetime so that now I never crave cereal. Like I could never eat it again in my life and I'd be fine. Also, someone in my lab is working on a cereal flavor and it is like my least favorite cereal. So I see it every day and it just makes me nauseous. Yeah. It's the downside of working in food. You get sick of it. Pichu, I'm back. I'm back. I was gone for like a second. I was grabbing my pillow because it's nap time. We're just gonna nap. We're just gonna chill and nap. We just had dinner, now we're gonna nap. Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night. Hey, Katzat. We're just napping. How's everyone? Is everyone in their matching PJs ready for bedtime? Okay. Just kidding. It's time to work. All right, I need to move a bunch of stuff on this table. Yes, hair braiding. Yes, hair braiding is next on the agenda. Then we're gonna paint our nails. And then, what should we do after nail painting? Where did I put my stencil? I can't find it. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Yes. Oh my God, yes. I used to love reading horoscopes at slumber parties. And then we can read the horoscopes of the boys we like to see if we will be compatible. Okay, so here is one of the very large yarn bowls. It is large. It is going to shrink, but it's still going to be large because I don't have a concept of size. I just think everything should be big. Or little. I also like little things, like the little jars I showed. Okay, so here's my stencil. Let me lower the camera just a tiny bit. All sizes are beautiful. That's true. Okay, is that good? Doesn't need to be down that low. I've been wearing this sweatsuit at the studio all week, and it is absolutely disgusting. But I refuse to get more clothes dirty, so I'm just gonna keep wearing it. Okay, so here's my stencil. I'm gonna trace it out like this. Ta-da! And then I will carve it. So this is still, it's leather hard, but like on the lighter side, or like the wetter side of leather hard. So I think that is going to be ideal. I kind of would have liked to trim the bottom also before, but I don't want to take it off the bat, so. Pots up! We got a Pots Up emote now. How's it going, everyone? I'm about to start some carving. Well, first I'm going to trace. I'm just going to use this it's just kind of a point. Just a metal point. Not sharp or anything. It's actually what I carved my initials in at the bottom. Okay. So I don't know if anyone saw my Instagram that I posted today, but I am officially an artist, I guess. Like officially. Yeah, it's a yarn bowl, but it's also a very large yarn bowl. Honestly, I think it's like the perfect size bowl for eating because it'll hold anything. A large cereal bowl, it could be good for pasta, for salad, for soup, for stew. The only thing it's probably not good at is like steak or like chicken, anything you have to cut. But besides that, I think it's like the perfect eating bowl. Okay, I traced it out. So here's what it looks like. Maybe I should go a little further down, but I don't know. I'm just making it up as I go along. One thing I do need that I forgot is an X-Acto. I was using one the other day and I don't remember where I put it. I hope I can find it. Okay, I'm back. I found it. Okay, time to start carving. This is so nerve-wracking. The top is pretty chunky. Oh, I need something to put these in. I can save it. I have the perfect thing. Okay, this is a bowl that I tried to carve and I broke it. So I was waiting for it to dry out so that I can crush it up and reuse it. So I'll just put all my dry clay right in there, or my excess clay. Ooh, this is like buttery smooth. Oh my god. Ah, I love when clay is the right consistency. It makes life good. Life is hell when it's too dry to carve or too dry to trim. This might actually go pretty quickly, not be too bad. Anyone doing anything fun this weekend? Besides coming to the exhibition I'm in, you know, obviously besides that. Thank you for the follow, A8620. I have to be careful about my lines. You're meant to go to a friend's apartment house. Oh. Why'd it get canceled? That sounds like fun. Okay, it's getting a little trickier just because it's narrow. You're not feeling well? Dang. That stings. I wanted to put the music on in here, but I can't figure out the stereo. I don't know. Something happened to it and I can't get it to work anymore. It's on sometimes, like I know it works, but I don't know how. Ooh, love a good yard sale. That's fun. Oh yeah, I feel like there's always good yard sales in the spring. There's like a couple neighborhoods around me that do neighborhood-wide yard sales. I gotta figure out when that is. I've gotten some good clothes from that. Will I still talk to you when you're famous? Yeah, if you still are in chat. I'll talk to you in chat. No. Ooh. Okay, yeah, so this is like the scary part. I don't know if you could see it moved a little. I need to be like super, super, super careful on the little inside part here. Oh my god. Yeah. I think it'll be a while until I'm like famous enough, you know, like really famous. So you've got some time before I stop talking to you. I mean, before oh shoot. So now I'm just using a needle tool. You never talk to someone famous. Whoa. I've talked to some famous people. I don't think I get very starstruck. I think like maybe I used to a little, but I don't think I would anymore because I'm kind of just like, celebrities are just people who suck too. I don't know, like, at what degree I would. Maybe, like, the president. Maybe not, like, our current president, but, like, Obama. Maybe I get starstruck for Obama. um, I don't know. It's hard to know unless you're, like, in the moment. Because I've met some celebrities that I weren't starstruck by. But I don't know. Just depends on the person, maybe. No, you wouldn't. You would not. Unless you mean struck by lightning, because yes, I can control lightning, and I might strike you with lightning. It's not true. I have met Marie and Smokey, and they were not starstruck at all. They were, honestly, they were really mean to me. They called me names. They're like, you're not famous. What are you talking about? Yeah, you guys were so mean. Do you not remember? No, not from what I remember. Honestly, Marie acted like a celebrity. She was like, pick me up from the train station. Go buy me alcohol. Because she wasn't allowed into the alcohol store. Yeah. And Pookie was like, give me all your quarters. I need to play more video games. Yeah, and she forced me to do karaoke. And then you punched me in the gut. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Both Marie and Pookie both forced me to do karaoke at completely, like, 2 separate times. This was not together. One was at RodCon and one was at MolCon. And they both forced me to do karaoke. And they both forced me to sing K-pop. Yeah, I think you guys would get along great. I guess you just blocked it out. It's really funny what you can convince yourself of, or convince yourself to forget. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking. I don't know. I'm trying to, like, just take out, like, part of the front, scratch it out. I'm not weird. I'm normal. Oof. You know, I'm only normal if I've had my coffee or sugar. That's the only way I can be normal. Wow, the fans are drying this out so quickly. It's crazy. It's getting so dry. Almost there. There's another good chunk. Feels so gross ever eating a whole basket of fried pickles. Oh my god, wow. I don't know. I must have had fried pickles. I remember really wanting to get them at the state fair, but they were at the exit like right before I left. And I was like, I cannot eat another thing, and it definitely cannot be fried pickles because my stomach will explode. Your mouth is raw. Oof. Is it like the acid and the crunch, that combo kind of thing? Yeah, so I'm not even sure if I have had them. I know I've wanted to try them. I'm actually very proud of myself. Yeah, I gotta get some Sweet Martha's cookies. Take a bucket home. It's a must. Earlier in the week, I went out to dinner at a very fancy restaurant. Maybe it wasn't like very fancy, but it was like $30 plus an entree for work. I mean, work was paying, so that was nice. And it was a seafood restaurant, and I don't really eat seafood or fish or anything. It just kind of weirds me out. And and obviously I wasn't gonna order fish as an entree because like then I probably wouldn't eat it, right? But we got a bunch of family style apps. So there was some fried calamari and some tuna, like a tuna poke thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna take a bite because it's family style. I can just like take one as much as I want, just a little bit. And I did it. I ate raw tuna. It was a very odd texture, and it didn't really taste like anything that I noticed. Like, it didn't taste fishy or anything. It was very squishy. Almost like, I don't know, like a thick, like a jelly, like a pectin jelly, where like it's squishy, but it's not like a gummy bear. There wasn't tuna, it was brains. Oh. Didn't look like brains. Who knew brains were so smooth? Well, I guess we did know that. Tuna brains? Whoa. Whoa. Okay, I could be very perfectionistic about this, but I'm not going to be because I feel like the more I play with it, the more it's just gonna get damaged. You know, like there's potential to damage it. So I'm just going to leave it be. Thanks. Thanks. turn it around so you can see, but also so I can smooth out the inside. And I'm going to use a paintbrush actually to get the little dangly thing. Little dangle. And then I'm going to cover this again because I don't want it to dry at a totally different rate because there's more of a chance it'll crack off if it dries too quickly. Plus I still need to trim the bottom. Okay. 1 swirl down, 3 to go. I want to open that up a little bit. Hope I don't regret it. You're getting really sleepy. That's fair. It is very late. Good night, Marie. Thanks for hanging out. It was really nice to chat with you again. I feel like our schedules have not been on the same schedule. We've been 2 ships passing in the day and the night. Okay, I like that better. So I think I'm going to try to stream from the exhibition tomorrow. We'll see what the scene is like. I don't want to be too obvious. We should sync our schedules. Yeah, we could do European time. Why not? Why not? They can't tell me what to do. They can't tell me what time zone I'm in. I make my own time zone. Oops. Just trying to get the clay particles out. Okay, here we go. First one. Done! Woohoo! Okay, I gotta cover this bad boy. I'll be back. I'm back. I'm back. I turned off the fans so that things won't dry quite as fast, and also I was getting cold. Where did you think I went? I was only gone a second. I did this. Thanks, Pookie, for the blowhorn. That was great. I like it. I did this little detail where like it's beveled. Can you tell? Like it's straight on the outside, but it goes beveled out on the inside. I thought it was a nice detail. Maybe not. Maybe no one cares. Okay. Second one. I'm going to do it a little bit lower. See how that goes. Might be an awful, awful idea. I might regret it. Okay. Gnarly waves, brah. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do accents. I know I shouldn't even attempt because I just can't do accents. It's not my forte. I can barely speak English with my own accent. I feel like I change the way I say words all the time. I'm sorry. I can't even do like the classic Minnesota accent. Like, oh, you betcha, don't you know? Basically the Fargo accent, but yeah, I don't know what accent I have. It is a pretty awful accent. You know, I don't like hear it in my parents, or not my mom, but my dad or my family too much. However, one time my dad was interviewed on TV, and for some reason, his accent just seemed so pronounced on TV. Like, I've heard this man speak every day, but bagel. Yeah, I hate the way people say bagel. It's bagel. What is basil? Do they say basil? Ugh. Bag. Bag. The A. The eh. Yeah, I really hate bagel. I only had one friend growing up who said bagel, which is interesting because it's like, why wouldn't like everyone say it? I don't know why it works like that. But then I also I have friends from South Jersey who say words really funny, like how do they say water again? Water. They say water. Can I have some water? Isn't that wild? Bagel. I just said bagel. No. Bagel is bay. New Jersey bagels all the way. Hey! That's like a little catchphrase. Bagool. Bagool. Gabagool. Hey, I'm walking here. I need to finish The Sopranos. I'm on the second to last season. And that was months ago. I have not watched it in months. I'm terrible at finishing things. Maybe I should start with the inside, or maybe that's a worse idea. We will find out. You've never watched a Sopranos episode? Okay, I won't tell. I mean, I hadn't until this year, so that's not crazy. It is a very old show. My mom kept telling me to watch it, and I was like, I don't want to watch a gangster mafia show. Like, do you even know me? Are you really my mom? She was like, no, it's good. He's going to a therapist. I'm like, still, like, I don't get it. what's the draw? If I tell you know, oh no, it'll make me do more karaoke. No, not more karaoke. Not more kicking and karaoke. You only watched the first season. Did you not like it? Or did you just have enough? I like it. I really like it. I'm just, like I said, bad finishing shows. Breaking Bad, never finished it. 6 Feet Under, never finished it. What other shows? There's so many. There's so many. It's so hard to finish television shows because they're just not the same in like the 6th season. Like we just don't need 6 frickin' seasons of every show. I think I finished Dexter and I think I finished Mad Men, but I probably just didn't pay attention as much. I think I watched those with my mom, so I probably finished them. Yeah. Although my cousin worked on the latest season of Dexter, so you should all go watch it. It's actually really good. I liked it. You prefer movies? I actually prefer TV shows because I do like something longer than a movie, but I just don't need 6 seasons. Like, I'm good with 3. Yeah, Mad Men was really good. I watched that when I was in high school, I think, so I don't remember it super well. That's one I could maybe rewatch. There's so much to it. Hi, Grandpa. No, my cousin is a female. However, our friend Dog, where is your dog now? He went to college with someone in that show. I'm not saying who because it's a spoiler. How's it going, Gramps? Did your internet at work ever come back on? I'm not sure what my cousin did. I can never remember, and I don't see her that often. And then I always feel bad asking, like, what movie are you working on? What did you do? You know, it just feels weird. Yeah. Yeah. Dog now is actually 60 years old. Maybe older. Oh my God. That's so long. That is an old dog. Dogs live to be 100, don't you know that? It was my cat's birthday this weekend. I really need to figure out the math to figure out how old he is. Because all I have is his vaccine documents that says like, I think it says like when he got it. I couldn't find the document that said how old he was. But I have to do some math. I think he's like 4 or 5. He might even be 5 now. It's crazy. He's a middle-aged kitty. Okay, maybe doing the middle first was a good idea. That looks really cool. Ooh. It looks cooler from the inside. Can you see my eye? No, not really. than from the outside because you can see the swirl. But that's cool. Oh, I saw the Batman. I liked it. I thought his really puffy flying bat costume was hilarious. I don't understand why they left that in there. Also, like, I want, you know, as much shirtless Robert Pattinson as everyone else, but he's just not as buff as, like, the bat suit makes him out to be. So anytime he was just shirtless, I was like, oh, this poor scrawny man. And I'm sure he's, like, not tiny, but I don't know, the contrast was just, like, so extreme from his suit to his normal body. It's like, why are they gonna do that to him? Poor guy. And then the way Zoe Kravitz, she just walked so funny. I'm sure it was supposed to be like walking like a cat, but it was just so silly. Like swishing her butt back and forth. Ah, the choices they made. I respect them. Oh, look at that, look at that. It went like from this, like that. Ta-da! Almost done. This is the scary part. I don't like it. Yeah, it's a good butt. Although her mask is silly too because it just covers up her nose. So you get like this whole top of her face with her eyes and her whole mouth. It's just like a tiny slit over her nose. It's like, that's a great mask. They have no idea who you are. Ugh, there's like one chunk on here and it's so nerve-wracking to remove. I'm gonna use my needle, see if that helps. I don't know if there's any Formula One fans in chat, but even if you aren't, I think this is so funny. So the Formula One International Association, I don't know what it's called, the FIA, they're just basically in charge of making all the rules. They have recently introduced these two rules, one of which is that the drivers are required to wear fireproof underwear. Which I guess makes sense, yeah. Their whole suit is fireproof, so, but I guess like underwear needs to be fireproof too, okay. A little silly that they have to like make a rule about it, but whatever. And then the second rule they made was no jewelry, your underwear. Oh yeah, I mean, why not just have fireproof underwear all the time? It just makes sense, you know? You never know when your butt's gonna catch on fire. And the other rule is about jewelry. No jewelry is allowed when you're in the car. They should require to show us that they're following the rules and wearing them. Yeah, good point. How are they gonna check, right? Some of the jewelry makes sense. I get like, because cars catch on fire. You don't want hot metal on you, right? But like, if you're wearing a helmet and you have a nose stud or an earring, like, I don't know. I don't know if that really, if it would, get hot or even get close to the fire. I think like it makes sense somewhat, but I don't know. It's a little extreme. And they also announced, because they announced these rules a little while ago, and people were like, what are they gonna do? Like, are they gonna do body checks? Well, now, yeah, they're like gonna do, I'm pretty sure they're checking. And so the drivers thought, this is like pretty ridiculous, like whatever, I don't care, I don't take it that seriously. Don't want a chain getting caught on something when you're trying to pull. Yeah, but I'm not talking about like a chain or something. I'm talking about like a stud or like the rings don't. Okay, yeah, but like that just doesn't happen that often. And I can see some things, but most drivers don't wear like a ton of jewelry already. But anyways, the point of the story is that some of the drivers thought that it's just, they're getting, the rules are getting so strict and so silly. So one of the drivers showed up with underwear on top of his racing suit. I'll have to find a picture. It's hilarious. And then another driver showed up to so they have these like conferences before the race so people can ask questions, and he was wearing 3 watches, like 2 watches on one hand, a watch on this hand, a bunch of bracelets, like a whole thing of necklaces. He already has tons of earrings. Yeah, they didn't put that in the rules. But it was just like, yes, we love it. So petty. And Lewis Hamilton, who's like, he's the one who has tons of piercings and jewelry. He like almost wasn't gonna be able to race because he like refused to follow the rules. I don't know like what they ended up doing, because I'm pretty sure he is going to race. I have to find out the details of what happened, but there was like some speculation they had to have like a meeting to sort it out. I just thought that was so funny, so petty. But also, like, they didn't give them that much notice about the jewelry thing, and there's definitely, like, some piercings you can't just remove, Like, I remember when the rule first was announced. Oh, thanks for the follow, Boo Hardilla. You have rules regarding jewelry at work. You work around heavy machinery. Yeah, that makes sense. But like they're just like, how long has this sport existed and they're just now implementing these and expecting like, oh yeah, you just got to remove all your jewelry. What if they have like piercings where you can't see them? Like, who's gonna check? I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Grandpa, are you here? Can you speak any Spanish? Where's Zuki? Hey, Hal Minotaur, how's it going? I'm working on some yarn bowls. I'm good. Ooh, Spain. Cool. Do you like Carlos Sainz? I love him. Or oh, who's the other Spanish? I'm blanking. The other Spanish Formula One driver. Ah, it's bad. I should not know. I mean, I should know. Yeah, something about Carlos Sainz. I need like a Google Translate automatically. Or someone else can Google Translate for me. He knows? Okay, cool. Cool. There are very few people from Spain who I know of. Wow, what? Okay, I think I'm good with this one. Let me smooth it out. I'm still so annoyed. Why can't I remember his name? I think, no, I don't think they are. Oh yeah, they are Shimpo. Yeah. We have a couple Brent and mostly Shimpo. I like the Brent better. Oops. They're heavier. They're more powerful. You like your wheel, but you don't like the people who wouldn't help you. What do you mean? Help you with what? Amico. What did Amico ruin? What did they do? Grandpa, did you just have to beat us the Muffin Man? Oh yeah. They ruined Brent? How so? Like you asked the people at Amico for help? With what? I know like they're not super responsive with email, I think. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I like their glazes, but I mean this is unrelated because I don't have a wheel, so I don't have to do like servicing on it. But some of the glazes don't work as well as I'd like. Like you need a ton of coats, and I remember my friend emailed them like asking for help, and I don't, or wondering like why. And they were not responsive. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't bought a pint of underglaze, but actually, all of their glazes pretty much the price has gone up just recently because of supply chain issues. So I don't think it's always been that expensive. They're even discontinuing some glazes because of it. But I mean, their underglazes are very good. But there are other brands. You don't have to buy theirs. We have at the studio, what is it called? Speedball. I haven't tried them yet. But we have like the whole rainbow of Speedball, and the studio owner said they're really good, so I'll try them out. But I also have, you don't need to buy like a pint of underglaze. You could just buy a little thing, unless you're planning on like making a shit ton of, or using a shit ton of underglaze. The little ones go a long way if you're just like doing some decoration. All right, second swirl is done. Woohoo! It looks evil somehow, doesn't it? Okay, I'm gonna cover it so it doesn't dry out at a bad speed. Okay, third of 4, I'm getting faster. Okay, I nicked it over here, so I'm gonna cut into it over there. Okay, I'll do a little outline. So what are you working on these days? More bowls and things like that? I do. I usually carve it into the bottom. Yeah, I do MOL. Oh, do you guys want to hear a funny story? I do MOL and then the year, but just like 22, the second 2 letters. I can show you actually. So here's one of the bowls that dried out too fast, so I couldn't carve it. So I just do an MOL 22. Just a little, Molly was here. Look how nice this bowl is. It's gonna be so good. I think I'm gonna do some underglaze decoration on those bowls because I have 4 of them. A few bowls, you have a mug. You have to put a handle on. I'm trimming a bowl, small bud vase. Nice. So are you doing everything at home, throwing at home? Or are you still going to the studio? I do undercase O and L, but yeah. Are you trying to start your own pottery business where you, are you gonna drop ship MolCeramics? Is that what you're gonna do, huh? 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 No, I started in, 2019? Yeah, 2019. In like June or April. I can never remember if it was June or April. It's been almost 3 years. Oh, studio session each week? Oh, okay. Yeah. It's tricky to find a good space. I kind of consider getting a wheel for my kitchen just because I would like to be able to stream more and then also just make more at home, but I just know my entire kitchen would get so messy doing counterfeit pieces. I won't tell. I don't think she would mind. Anyways. Yeah. It is like it's so weather dependent. I remember there's this like model guy, right, who, you know, he's on TikTok. He's a potter. He has a shed in his backyard. He throws shirtless. He lives in California. Like, that is the dream, to be able to just go outside. You know, you have a little shed to contain it, but it's still outside because the weather's nice. And you can do it all year long. You have a kiln too? How, what? What? That's nice. They make everyone look bad. uh, they make every potter look bad. It's not fair. And they can just throw, you know, like 20 pounds like it's nothing. Whereas I'm struggling with like 5 pounds. Oh, nice. That's really lucky. My friend, she recently bought a house and she'll have space for pottery stuff, but you know, houses are just a lot of work, so she hasn't gotten to that stage yet. However, she went on Kilnshare and connected with some people and was invited to a raku firing. So she's gonna go to that, and she doesn't have any pieces because she hasn't been able to throw. But that's really exciting. She'll get to go see that. So I've never been to one of those either. Raku's the one where like if you've seen any pottery videos where they take like a trash can or something and they take a super hot piece of pottery and they put it in the trash can and they throw like newspaper on it or horsehair on it or like leaves or something, and you get some really cool effects. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, seaweed. That's awesome. Oh, nice. Yeah, the studio owner here, she really wants to build a raccoon firing, and I think she is gonna do it in her backyard. And she's like, the neighbors are gonna think I'm crazy. And I was like, invite them, like, just invite them, make a party out of it. Like you know, that's not something you get invited to every day. So it's so cool to see. Because she can't do it in the parking lot here. She'd have to like call the fire marshals and all that stuff. Yeah, I hope she. I don't know when that would be. Her husband has to like build it and everything, so it would take a while. But maybe, hopefully this summer or fall. That'd be awesome, right? Yeah, raku pieces are so gorgeous. Because you don't know what you're gonna get. It's always like such a surprise. Ooh, red, blue, metallic finish. That does sound gorgeous. Splash of green. Oh, that was so satisfying. Look at this big chunk I got out. Let's see how big it is. Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about them because, like, why research it when you can't do it, right? I don't really. I mean, I know chemistry. Oh my God! Thanks to Shinichi. Thanks for the oh my God, 14 months. That's so long. I'm so sorry I have not been streaming much. I'm trying my best. Wow. Hi, how's it going? Are you still in Canada? The Great North? Yeah, I wish I knew more about making glazes, but I just like don't have the space really to do it or the time. That's definitely one thing I want to work on eventually, but because man, I mean, I love chemistry. Like, that's what I do for work. It was loud, I'm sorry. I'll turn it down a little bit. Summer classes, nice. Canadian summer, much nicer than the winter. God. I am making some yarn bowls. I'm like losing my voice as well. So I'm carving out a swirl. You can see like the inside, but it'll look like that all carved out when it's done. Yeah, the experimentation part of making your own glazes sounds so fun. I know it's like super frustrating too, because sometimes you're trying to get like a certain finish, certain color, and it's not working, but just experimenting is fun. I'm gonna grab a cough drop because I'm losing my voice. Oh, thank you. This is a big, huge docks. It is the neighborhood I grew up in. This is called the Witch's Tower. Yes, I grew up by the Witch's Tower. We are all witches. It was a convent. No, not a convent, a cult. No, I don't live there anymore, so it's fine. But yeah, the Witch's Tower is awesome. The neighborhood is just like up on a hill, and on the top of the hill is a water tower called Witch's Hat because it looks like a witch's hat. And once a year at our ice cream social, they open it up so you can go up to the top of the witch's hat and you get an amazing view of Minneapolis and St. Paul. There's someone on Instagram that I follow, has glazes you really like. She never responded. That stinks. But I mean, she probably just doesn't want to give her recipe away. Those are like confidential, you know? So I don't, and I'm sure she gets tons of those messages. You could take classes. Actually, Dog now is taking a pottery class at, I don't know if I think it must be like a community college or something. Yeah, you definitely should. It's almost like, it's a very meditative, you know, relaxing thing. So it's a nice class to just kind of not have to think about your other classes and everything else that's going on. You can just fully focus on whatever you're making. Yeah, I love Minneapolis. I miss it sometimes. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't fault anyone for not responding on Instagram. It's social media is tough. Nice. Yeah, I totally agree. Same. Look at this. This is going to be really satisfying. Yeah, and pottery is so addictive. Like at first, it's very frustrating. I think hand building is a really good way to start. Oh, why did I throw that away? I'm so dumb. Because to throw on the wheel well is very difficult. Whereas with hand building, I think you can make some decent stuff more quickly. Yeah. Yeah, I have tons of my early I keep so much of my stuff, guys. Like, uh, I I do pottery for myself, you know, like I don't need to sell it. So I just don't. I just like any item I like, I keep. It's really honestly hard for me to let go of something if I don't already know ahead of time that I'm making it as like a commission or a gift, or I know that I am gonna put it on Etsy or something. If I'm just making something to experiment with and it comes out really nice, I'm gonna keep it. Sometimes I feel selfish, but I'm like, no, I don't need to sell it. Yeah, have 19 yarn pulls and never knit it. Yeah, that's funny. I actually do know how to knit. Oh, that was a good chunk. Look at that. Look at that one. Yeah, I knitted a lot before I started pottery. I've made like almost all of my friends a scarf. Like, I I actually just like to make scarves, and I like to just try different what are they called, stitches. So I'm not like trying to make, you know, super difficult shirts or like sweaters or anything like that. My personal favorite is making infinity scarves. My personal favorite stitch is double seed stitch. But I like to, try out more and more complicated stitches. Try out different types of yarn. But I don't really do that anymore. When I started pottery, I still was knitting. And I never sold any of my knitting, by the way. That was just for fun and for gifts. But my hands were just like so tired and sore that I could not do pottery and knit. Like my hands were not strong enough. So I don't really knit anymore. Sometimes I miss it. Like it's really nice to do when you're watching TV or something. And once in a while I will like start, but I made a really nice scarf during the pandemic actually. It's like white and gray and 2 different shades of gray, and it's just very long. And I kept it for myself. This is my scarf. I have so many scarves that I've made for myself too. I'm selfish. I am very selfish. I like the things I make. I like to keep them and look at them and be like, I made that. What are DOMs? DOMs? Yeah. My hands don't get so tired or so sore. They used to literally like really hurt. But not as bad anymore. I think I've like built up the strength. I've also started indoor rock climbing, and I think that helps too. Like my grip strength, like these little muscles, they're a lot stronger. My favorite thing is that like here, this part of my arm is like always firm. It used to be squishy, and like even when I'm just like this, okay, well now it's squishy, but I'm not like flexing or anything. It's just normal, and it's hard. It's so weird. That's from rock climbing. I mean, I have like teeny muscles here, but like this is just hard. It's so weird. Yeah. It's so fun though. Yeah, all the gripping muscles. I just rock climb once a week usually. I go with a friend or a couple friends on Sundays. Usually Sundays. Kind of depends on our schedule. Oh, you should do it. Your school might have a rock wall in the gym. I know mine did. I never went to it, but it did. Yeah, it's so fun. And it's like, I don't know, it's like a puzzle to me. I really like puzzles. I do the crossword all the time. And you really have to figure out like how to move your body, where you're going to move next. It's not just all about strength, Because I'm a weak little baby. I've definitely gotten stronger, and it is one of those things where like if you do go even just weekly, you can really see your improvement, like dramatically, because there's all these different routes. And like maybe one week you could only get up halfway. The next week you can get up all the way. So it's really nice to be able to see your progress. Oh yeah. Oh, well, Utah must have amazing climbing. I don't doubt that. And Colorado too, like Arizona. Oh, let me see. Let me check it out. Yeah, it was the one at my college was on a different campus, And every campus had its own gym. So, oh, that looks nice. Yeah. And you don't even need, I mean, it depends on the wall, but sorry, real rocks, that's really cool. They have, yeah, you should, like, if you have a friend who would come with you, it's just like a fun thing to like cheer each other on and just hang out, because there's a lot of just like recovering. So maybe you'll climb and you're too tired to climb again right away. So you just hang out for 5 minutes. You can hang out on your phone, or you can talk to your friends or something. So there's always just people just standing around. And you can make friends that way too, you know, like cheering people on, or sometimes people will help you if you're having trouble. And the place I go to has a ton of auto belays, which just means you don't need someone to be attached to the rope. It's connected to a pulley, so you can do it on your own. Otherwise, there might be some parts of the wall where you need a second person. Okay. Number 2. I think that's good. A little jagged, but I shouldn't be touching it. Oh yeah, you'll need 4 days. Like, when I first started, I was in so much pain the day after. So much pain, oh my god. Oh, and okay, so because you're like holding with your fingers, right? This gets like really sore, and I use pipettes all day long. So I hold, little droppers, and I'm dropping stuff all day long. I could feel like every tendon and every muscle the next day. It was so painful. All right, number 3 is done. Well, you're not just holding yourself by your hands. That's where a lot of people make the mistake. It's pretty funny, like, there'll be a lot of kids' birthday parties, and they're like, big dads will come and try it, and they are like on the easiest ones, right, where I can just like monkey up. They're like sweating, pouring sweat, like their muscles, their whole bodies are just shaking because they're just holding on with their arms. Like, use your feet and your legs stand you up all day long. They can do it like 3 feet in the air as well. Use your legs, please. I'm not in shape. I promise you, I'm not in shape. I'm not obese, but like, I'm not in shape. I'm very weak. Yes, please use your legs. I mean, sometimes you do have to use your arms too, but like, you need to use both. I'm wearing a sweatsuit. You don't know how much fat I have on my body. I have not been skinny since 3rd grade. I will tell you that. I have been chubby my whole life since 3rd grade. It might not be super obvious, but but I am. But also, like, I'm a weak baby. I have no muscle mass. Okay, so this one I dinged. um, I dinged in 2 places. Yeah, I also haven't seen you. We can both be out of shape. Going rock climbing once a week, believe me, does not like put you in shape. You need to exercise like multiple times a week to get in shape, right? Yeah, so I dinged it here and here. This one's a little worse, so maybe I'll carve on that side, I think. Yeah, I guess so. Just like try and squish it. Yeah, squished it out a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it took, not every week is a good week either. It took um, a lot of weeks to be able to not feel like I'm dying the next day. But hey, you can throw, I saw that bowl you made, that looked really big. That's not easy. You need some muscles for that. Yeah. Yeah, and actually to be honest, I feel like I've plateaued. Like I was seeing improvement every week, and then I was able to do some harder routes, and then I did them once and could not do them again, like the next week or the week after. So like it's not always, fun. Like that has been really frustrating. It's like how did I do it one week and then not be able to do it the next? So I definitely feel like I've plateaued a little bit. And I just, I think there was a lot of like fast progress where I was learning how to rock climb and building up some muscle. And now the leap to get to like the next level is a lot further, and I actually probably need to exercise outside of just rock climbing weekly. But that's tough. That is asking a lot. That's a good question, Shinichi. I don't know. What do you think? Whoa, that is a big bowl. 5.5? These are 2.5. Imagine like another whole bowl plus more bowl. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really. I was like so focused on just being able to throw these that I was like, I will figure out how I will glaze them later. I don't know, because I only have like less than a month to finish these. Because I'm making them specifically for an event I'm selling at. It's a barn crawl, which is a made up event. But it's basically just a bunch of farms in New Jersey are opening up their farms so people can come and visit. And like the farm I'm at, my friend's dad, it's his dad's farm. They have sheep, so you can like pet the sheep, feed the sheep, buy wool from the sheep. He's gonna do a demonstration where someone I don't remember what it's called, but takes all their fur. Is it fur or hair? What do you call that? Yeah. So I'm making these specifically for that event because there will be people there who take the wool and make it into yarn, and then make that yarn into whatever they want, I suppose. So I'm making some yarn bowls for them because why not cater to your audience? It was also suggested that I make sheep related things, and let me talk you through this. Let me respond to you first, and then let me explain. It was a little bit of a dilemma actually. It seems like the general idea with most interests, you start out and are not good, and then you get better and plateau to have. Yeah, I think you're totally right. Yeah. Okay, you just call it wool. I didn't realize. I wasn't sure if wool is like what it turns into, or if it's like straight wool to begin with. I don't know animals. I'm from the city. Every time you train someone at work, you tell them they'll reach a point that they think they know best when it comes to running the machine, but they end up stepping on their own toes. Yeah, totally, yeah. There's always someone who's better. With everything, there's always so much to learn. So here's my sheep dilemma. Sheep is not my aesthetic. Like, I don't want it to sound bad, but I've never made a sheep item, and that there's a reason. It's because I'm not like kitschy. I don't make farmy stuff. I like to make more classy, more fun stuff. I don't know. And there's nothing wrong with making sheep related items. Oh, you guys can't see anything. This is what I've been doing. I've been like carving it out. I could do red, white, barn. Actually, they did suggest specifically sheep. Yeah. It wasn't really barn aesthetic that they were after. They wanted sheep because these people are very into wool. So that's why they suggested that. But I could also, that's a good idea. I could do some like red, white tablecloth type stuff. Although glazing that, I've done it before, it is a pain. But yeah, so I was thinking, I was like, I don't necessarily want to be associated with like sheep, right? I don't want people to start commissioning a ton of sheep stuff or kitschy stuff. Like I do commissions, right? And I know when I do a commission that it will not always be my style. Sometimes people do tell me, do whatever you want, and then it'll be more so my style, or I'll try and make it into a style that I kind of associate with them or I think they would like. But it's different when you are making stuff to sell at a fair, because, or not a fair, but like a barn crawl, because then they don't have any background. They don't know what your style is to begin with. Like my friends who reach out to me for stuff, they'll just be like, oh, MolCeramics, she makes sheep stuff. She makes yarn bowls. So I was really on the fence about what to do. Like, I had gotten some other suggestions of like, you could like put, I don't know, like horseshoes on a mug or something. Or I was like, I don't like that. I don't want to make something I don't like and have my name associated with it. So I really wasn't sure what to do. But I decided like I'm gonna try and make some sheep stuff that is, as close to something I would be proud of as possible. So for now, I'm thinking of making some sheep shaped dishes, like small dishes, for rings or just miscellaneous things, like not a giant sheep, but like a palm sized sheep. Wallace and Gromit sheet would be cute. The thing is, I'm not gonna I really don't have much time. So I can't get intricate with painting. I'm also not a painter. Like, I'm not an artist in that way. I'm more of like a craftsman. So I can't draw a bunch of super intricate sheep. I just more so need to go based on the shape of the sheep. So maybe I'll do that. I need to make a sheep stencil type thing and hope that, by the outline people can tell what it is. So I need to give a little more thought and experimentation into that. Hopefully I'll have time for that this weekend or next week. But yeah, I like pretty much most of the commissions I do, I really like what the person is suggesting. So it doesn't feel so much like it's inauthentic or that I wouldn't want to be associated with it, if that makes sense. So this was kind of a new thing that I had to really think about, do I want to stoop to that level, or do I only want to show things that are, just completely my own without any other inspiration? Does that make sense? It was a real test of, maybe I am an artist. Or maybe I am just self-conscious. And I want people to think I'm cool and not a sheep lady. Nothing wrong with sheep ladies. I just am not one. Wallace and Gromit sheep would be super cute though. I should see if I can. Maybe I can do some cute faces. I think that would be adorable. Right? Just a little smirking sheep. Maybe give them some black hooves, but otherwise make them kind of pearly white, not just plain white. We'll see. I have to figure out the best way to make them into little dishes. My friend also suggested soap dishes, which would be a little more time consuming, a little more difficult. Craft becoming art with innovation. Yeah. That sounds about right to me. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it starts out as a hobby, right? And then it's when do you consider it more? I mean, it still is a hobby, right? But like it's weird. So I got into an exhibition, a teapot exhibition with, and I was looking at the other people. Oh my God, that was scary. The other people who have teapots in it, and like a lot of them are, professional. Like all they do is pottery, teaching pottery, just making pottery. Like they don't have other full-time jobs like me. They have incredible CVs with like all the shows they've been in, and all the places they've worked. But then there's me. And I think a lot of, their teapots are incredible, I've literally made 2 teapots in my life, and one of them is in that show. So I wasn't like pushing the boundaries too much with my teapot, as it was the first one or two I've done. But these people, I'm sure they've made lots of teapots and really like perfected their style. And yeah, teapots are scary, but they're not that bad. I was very surprised by how well mine turned out. So, it's really not as bad as you think it will be. I promise. But yeah, it's gonna feel very weird. Like I don't know who's gonna be at the reception tomorrow, because it's a national exhibition. Like there are people from all over the country that got teapots in it, and then there's little old me. Little old me. Yeah, true. One step at a time. Exactly. Does feel intimidating, but if you break it down, it's not bad. It's just step by step. Yeah. Just try it. You could even make a small one, just like test it out. Because you're gonna wanna you're gonna have to actually make a bunch of different spouts, see which one what shape you like, which one fits best with the body. I made like a couple different bodies before I was like, yeah, I actually like this as a teapot shape. Like this looks like a teapot instead of just like a weird bowl thing. And handles, same with handles, same with, there's different ways to make the lids. So you might want to try that out and see which method feels the best for you. So there's a lot of different ways to do it too. So just trying out the different ways will give you practice and make it easier overall. I need to carve that a little more round, I think. But really, it's not bad. Like, you know how to throw a bowl. You know how to, you can make a spout. It's just a bowl that has no bottom. Thanks for hanging out, Shinichi. I hope you have a great night and a great weekend. You made one lid? Nice. That's a start. I made 2 teapots, and for each teapot I made 2 lids because you never know. Hey Frito. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty nervous. Don't know what to expect. I hope it is fun and cool. I'm so sad because I know 2 other people in it. One is my friend Mariah. She's Nevermore Pottery. I don't know if you guys follow her. And then Cindy, who's the studio owner. But Mariah will be in California on a birthday trip. So she's leaving me. And I don't know when Cindy will be there. I'm sure she'll be there with her family. Yeah, I've made so many wonky lids, like it is very difficult. They have to dry together. That I have learned is really important. Otherwise they won't fit as well. You're supposed to stand by your teapot and talk about it or anything like that? I don't know. I hope not. I want to, walk around and look at everyone else's teapots. I don't know, Frida. That's a good question. I didn't even think about that. I want to try and stream. I really think that would be cool. I wouldn't be able to talk to chat, I don't think. But at least that way I could show everyone everything. What's OPA? Oh. All these pieces of stuck in there. Anyways, okay. Here's the last yarn bowl, all carved. Yay. It's nice, isn't it? Oh, awesome. I bet that's going to be so good. Please take a lot of pictures and let us know how it is. Ooh, I hope you get some fun tools and glazes or something. All right, well, let's see. I don't have anything else left to carve. I do need to trim these, but I need to do it on the wheel. I need to trim this, but I have to do that on the wheel. A new project. I have tons. Oh my gosh, I have so much to do. I need to trim this. This is a dish that, it's a planter base, so it's just a little plate. But I need to trim that. I have a lot of stone dry pieces right now because I need to do some underglaze on them, but I haven't decided exactly what I want to do, and also I'm putting these as priority, so I'll get to them eventually. But I think that's all for tonight. It's 10 o'clock, and I don't want to get home too late because it's spooky. But thanks for hanging out. Is anyone streaming that I can raid? Let's see. Gal is. Let's raid Gal. Sorry, I went on Twitch and my computer was like, that's too much. I can't handle it. Yeah, I hope I'll be able to scream again more. My life is very busy the next few months, so no promises, but possibly tomorrow. We'll see. Gal, Luigi. Okay. Thanks for hanging out, guys. It was really nice to catch up. So relaxing. Okay.